let me just say this before I start this video. This is not a Chris Bash channel. This is not a Queen Bash channel or video or Clarence Bash video or channel. This is just speaking what I feel about the whole situation. So I really didn't even know about Chris and Queen's relationship. The very first video I saw of Chris or Queen was when she had that dream that she got denied access into heaven.
I had a dream. Standing in line, and in front of me was my mom, and I think it was my stepdad in the front of my mom. And like I'm standing in line like this, and then like on the side of me over here, there's like a wooden table. I couldn't see who it was, but from the feeling of it, it felt like it was God. So ahead of all of us, there was a gate. And I'm guessing that this was Judgment Day or something like that. He's judging my stepdad, and my stepdad, you know, he entered into the gates. And then my mom, and then, you know, I didn't hear what he said to her, but I'm guessing she must have got in. When it got to me, it's like he said, depart from me. I do not know you. And in the Bible it says that, like, you know, on Judgment Day, like, those are gonna be the words that he say. Like, he's gonna say either he's gonna say, well done, you know, that good and faithful servant, you know, you can enter into the gates. And if you don't make it, then he's gonna say, depart from me, I do not know you.
Okay, so Queen and Chris were very young. They obviously went to prom together, and that's when Chris said they ended up getting together. They were together for 5 years, so that means that they were met in high school. That means they were super young, y'all. So everybody bashing him for cheating or for them fighting each other, because there's videos of her hitting him, and of course he admitted that he hit her as well. But when you're young, you're gonna go through crazy stuff in relationships. I've been through that as well. Like, if I was to get on here and to tell my story about what happened and the blast my exes, if I was well known like Queen, y'all would probably be bashing him too, but I wouldn't let it go that far, because I would stop it, because I know that I would know and understand that we were young at that time, and when you're young you have to grow and learn. And they were into God heavy, which was a beautiful thing, to be into God and to be so young.
You know what we stopped doing? She ain't looking at it as on the spiritual side. She ain't telling y'all how she was so into God, and now she just doing all this, you know. Hey, bro, to be honest, her main focus should be God. Like, you know, my main focus should be God and my son and myself, you know, making herself happy. She's taking this time to go focus on herself, focus on her son, you know, focus on God, get back in the church, get back right. I feel like that's the main reason why we didn't work out, because we were so into God when we was coming up, and then, you know, we just fell off.
So I grew up, and I still have that belief. I believe in God heavy.
I want y'all to take a minute to really think about this. You got a young couple married with a child. Both of them was into God heavy. Both of them had a huge following and was doing extremely well on YouTube, and had a lot of influence over a lot of younger viewers. Now, if you know anything about the world, you know that it's a battle between the darkness and light, meaning it's a battle between Satan and God. And if you know, Satan actually does use people to influence other people to get them in his kingdom. So you don't think that Satan was a part of the destruction of this very influential couple? You don't think that Satan had a role in both of them cheating on each other, both of them fighting and arguing and all that stuff? Her end up leaving eventually and being with Clarence. You don't think that the devil had anything to do with that? You really think that the devil, when it says in the word that he comes to steal, kill, and destroy marriages, you don't think that? Like, y'all looking at it on the natural side, but y'all need to look at it on the spiritual side. Y'all need to look at it deeper. Like, honestly, I feel like Queen got with Clarence way too soon. I feel like seeing as though they were so young when her and Chris were married, if she would have took that time to be by herself and work on whatever she needed to work on, and he work on whatever he needed to work on while they were still married, maybe, you know what I'm saying, separated for a little while, they could have went to counseling. They could have worked out their marriage. They could have came back to YouTube and probably did a sit-down video and explained that they worked out their problems, went to counseling, blah, 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 and been like, they probably would have had like 10 million followers by now. And I remember seeing a video where Chris said Queen didn't even want to be a secular artist. She wanted to sing gospel. She totally went in the opposite direction. You don't think the devil happy about all that? You don't think the devil is happy that Queen is plastered all over the internet with her body showing? You don't think he happy about all that? I want to know why he's happy? He's happy because Queen has influence over a lot of young women. If they see Queen doing it, best believe they're going to be doing it too. Like, seriously, y'all need to think. The devil is loving all of this right now. He loving all of it. You hear me? His job, all he wants is souls and helping him. He don't care how to get there. He just want them to be there. Now, as far as Clarence goes, I feel like I said, Queen should have took her time and not been flirting with Clarence, not got in his inbox and not nothing. They got together when Queen was in revenge mode on trying to make Chris jealous because her heart was broken. Because, you know, yeah, women get our heart broken all the time. But look at the type of man that she's with. All he talks about is money. That's like his everything is money. Money, money, money. And y'all know the love of money is the root of all evil. What does that mean? That means that some people will kill for money. So this whole situation going on with the cheating scandal, which I do believe Chris, because it's a lot of men that are not faithful, especially if you're not living for God. Like, what's gonna convict you from not cheating? You know what I'm saying? The fact is, they're all in adultery. All of them are living in adultery right now. Divorce was never a part of God's plan. Till death do us part is what the vows say.
Y'all, but she not telling y'all the full story. And I'm not the only one that cheated, bro. Like, she had talked to other niggas as well, bro. Like, she talked to other dudes. She actually talked to somebody right now. As we speak, she's talking to a whole nother guy. And we supposed to be quote unquote still married and stuff like that. So I'm not even trying to hear that. And then I told her to go get divorce papers. She said she don't even want to get the divorce papers. Like, make up your mind. How you gonna say you want to leave me? How you gonna leave me and then I tell you to go get divorce papers and you say no, you gonna get them? Like, that don't even make sense, bro.
Same way the devil used Clarence as eye candy for Queen to desire and think the grass was green on the other side is the same way that Chris thought that the grass was greener on the other side, and he felt like he was missing out on something, when in all actuality he had everything he needed and she did too.
Adapted to different things and started to change when you grow. I've been with that girl for 5 years, so I started to grow. You know, when you get older and you start maturing, you just grow and you started to see life different, especially when you just came from nothing to something and you just want to go out and have fun. I've been tied down to Queen for so long. It's like I never really got, I was in high school, bro. Y'all had to understand I was in high school. I was young. I was like, bro, I was so young when I committed to Queen. And before that, I only been with like one female before that.
Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with nice things, but I'm saying that Queen was never in like materialistic like Clarence is. Like, she was content with going to Walmart, going to Target and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? She's still not really materialistic. I feel like she just be wearing stuff because, you know, Clarence like her to like wear certain stuff like that. But Queen was never materialistic. You know what I'm saying? She was never into that type of stuff like that. Because she knows that it's really not about money at the end of the day. It's about your soul. I think that Queen is very sweet. I think she's very naive and gullible, but I think she's very sweet. I feel like she got so caught up in revenge mode that she kind of wasn't really, I don't know. It's almost like she was blinded by trying to get revenge to prove to Chris that, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing better than you. I'm still doing good. I didn't break you, didn't break me. You know, all that kind of stuff like that. Meanwhile, she messed around and got with Clarence, who, I don't know how many videos out there showing like how he was not really into Queen like that. Like, he was not really into Queen. Not to mention, even after she got pregnant, like how many times he was having her pop those pills to not get pregnant again. Like, are you serious? So I don't listen to Queen's music, but I looked up the lyrics to her last song. Worthy, tell me I'm worthy. Okay, first of all, girl, you find your worth in God. You don't ever need to have no man tell you you're worthy. Ever. God will show you that you're worthy. God will tell you that you're beautiful. God will tell you that you know what I'm saying? God, you don't look to no man for no validation. And if y'all don't know, Queen does write her music. She said it herself. So all these songs, I think she's speaking through her songs.
If somebody ever wrote a song for me, I have no problem telling people if somebody wrote it, but I do write my music, and that's just that, period. Even if somebody do help me write a song, I'm still writing majority of the song.
Okay, so I'm pretty much getting ready to end the video. I just wanted to say a few things about that. I feel like Chris and Queen can get back together in the future and have a successful marriage. God can restore the brokenhearted. He can restore broken marriages. You know what I mean? He can. I don't think Queen is really happy with Clarence. I don't think she really wanted to sign that deal. I think it was like influence from the people around her. I think she's content, and I think Chris is content, but I feel like Chris, especially since he just got that big old house, I feel like he is really missing Queen, and he really feeling like, because as you get older, when you're young, you make all the mistakes, you think you know everything, but as you get older, you start to think, like, I really do want to be with somebody that loves me wholeheartedly. You really feel like I need to settle down, and I feel like I'm starting to feel like Chris is kind of feeling like that. And yeah, I do feel like he wants Queen back. Do I feel like Queen wants Chris back? Yeah, I feel like after they went to counseling or something like that, yeah, I think she will go back with Chris. I watched a few of Chris and Queen's video. They were so, like, soulmates. They both silly. They both, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't help but smile through the whole video. Like, the vibes was there. She's very affectionate. He's very affectionate. You know what I'm saying? They, like, man, I feel like they really, really, really would have made it. If they would have made it work, it would have been crazy. Do you know how many young people they would have been able to reach? And how many young people they probably would have went to God because of their relationship, and to see how successful they are and how they love God and how they did it the right way by getting married and everything like that. Do you know the positive influence that would have had on the young people out there? And that's what we need, is positive influence for the young generation, because the influences that we have now, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, all that stuff, that's not no good. That's not good influences for the young generation, like, at all. At all. So that's the end of the video, you guys. Let me know what you think in the comments.